Nampak tak?
Okay.
Nampak.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Kamera saya nampak. Sedang buka kamera tak keluar muka.
Tak apa. Awak punya kamera. Buka lah.
Saya dah buka tapi dia tak keluar.
Ya ke? Okay.
Okay, dah keluar.
Okay.
Mungkin lain slow kot.
Ya, tak apa.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to our beloved lecturer. Today we will present to define our final year project, that is fluid warning application. Before starting, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nasrafan bin Muhammad Azmi and my meeting number is 016819F1021. Okay, now I want to introduce about our project. Next slide lah. Next slide. Okay, flood is one of the major diseases which affect many people in many countries around the world each year. It demands life, natural resource and environment as well as housing, the loss of economic. Flood in Malaysia are regular natural disasters in Malaysia which happen nearly every year, especially during the monsoon season. Other than that, drain in many urban area also behind the effect of heavy rain. Flooding occur when heavy rain lasting for several days or when heavy rain in a short period cause the river or stream water level comes to land. Normally, this occur at countries such as Kelantan, Pahang, Terengganu and Perak. A river flood and common natural disaster. River flooding cause loss of human life and damage property. Even here, the amount of die from river flooding is more than any other natural disaster in Malaysia. So to prevent this problem, we would like to design a flood warning application that can be used. This is an alarm system design which can be integrated into the system JPS to alert public and authorities on flood from avoid loss of life. This application is to inform public about the water level, which is when the water level is beyond the threshold level. It will send a notification to the user who use this application. This system is specially designed for resourcing such as bomba, jet pump, and direct. Other than that, this application also designed for community life in the area. The resource team will get the water level information and alert the information to the public, especially to the same for education purpose. So next person to present.
Next problem statement. First, the community did not have any idea about the impending flood. The point is, heavy rain will cause the river to rise rapidly. This problem will affect the surrounding population because they are not informed clearly that the river level in their area is increasing. In fact, they did not manage to get out of the flood area and did not have time to keep their important document with them. Second, the government take much time to act and realize about the flood. The point is, the government will confront the problem to evacuate civilians when the situation is getting worse. This is because they did not expect the river in some area will rise rapidly. The evacuation process during a flood will slow because they not inform the flood area. Last, the public is unaware of the dangerous situation. What information cause the public is in unaware dangerous situation. This is due to the unclear information given by the community. Next.
Next is objective. So the objective for our project is first to design flood warning application, and second to develop an alternative application which we will have to create an application that friendly user, and then third is to test the application with the community. We will run the application with the resident of Lupong Su. Next.
Okay, next is scope of study. The scope of study explains the extent to which the research area will be explored in the work and specify the parameter within the study in hand. Basically, this means that we will have to define what the study is going to cover and what is focusing on. We have found a suitable place to carry out this project, which is Alopongsu, Baganserai, Perak. According to the research, this place is often flooded when heavy rain happens and the area is also near to the river. Since 2018, Alopongsu have been recorded as an area that are often hit by flood. Therefore, our group have got permission from Department of Irrigation and Drainage. JPS Perak tengah allow us to test a project to be done in this area. In this project, we will use Google Map application. This is because by using Google Map application, it will give exact location to the user and the safe area. Secondly, we use GPS sensor to show the area more accurately and will provide some information on the area in Google Map application. Third, the project utilizes the mobile GSM network. In result, the user can retrieve information about the flood incident. Lastly, we also put the notification software. This software will notify when the GPS provide the latest information. Next.
Next is design thinking process. Okay, for process one is sympathize study. First, we have think the problem, and flood is one of the major disasters that happen which affect many people in many countries around the world each year. And a flood in Malaysia can be categorized into monsoon flood and flash flood. And what you hear from the resident is flood have reoccurred in some areas in Alopongsu are facing high risk of losses caused by flooding. And since 2018, Alopongsu were recorded as an area that are often hit by flood due to the low-lying area, and they have problem in late information about upcoming flood disaster and no time to save their things. So what we see is flood has destroyed a big amount of properties, a community in Alopongsu, and they live in discomfort. And the most common natural hazard in causing loss of life and human suffering, also damage of the building and infrastructure. And what we have to do to solve the problem, we will design the flood warning application. It can be integrated into application to alert public and authorities about the upcoming flood. So we design application that can be linked with the drainage and irrigation department to notify the community around the area about the flood. Next.
Next, define problem. Next, the define problem. First, we met Ami, who is one of the residents of Alopongsu. In Alopongsu, flooding occur when having rain lasting for several days on or where having rain in a short period cause a river of stream water level submerged to land. So as a result, they did not manage to get out of the flood area and did not have time to keep the important thing with them. Next, we discover Amin actually have a problem in late information about upcoming flood disaster and no time to save the thing during flood disaster. Last, we aim to be more efficient is handling upcoming flood disaster at Alopongsu. They can solve this problem by using flood warning application to get the water level information and start with the information that notify about upcoming flood, especially flood victim for evacuation purpose. Okay, next.
Okay, next is the idea. From the discuss in our team and some of our team study also different problem, we agree to create the warning application. This application is made to solve the problem in Alopongsu. This lead due to low-lying area and late information about the upcoming flood disaster against the resident. Due to this, there was a lot of property damage and loss of life. Then the apps aim to give early warning to the resident and authorities to deal with the flood problem at any early stage. With this app, allow local residents to know and make initial action to evacuate the flood release center. This application is related to GPS. That is all information on water level and so on are obtained from GPS and will be sent to this application. The app will tell details such as the water level, location, resource team, request team, phone number for any assistance, and the time it takes for the water level to rise for the flooding occur. So early action can be taken so that adverse effect do not occur. So next.
Okay, next is prototype. This is an example of the design for an application that we will develop. Okay, this is the front part. We need to press the start button to initiate it. First, at this part of the log, we need to insert the we need to insert the information that are needed to be filled in, and also the password access this application. To user who do not have an account, they can sign up and fill in the request information. Okay, next, to check user information, they can go to my detail. Okay, then after successful login, at the home section there is important information such as water level data, info, hotspot, safe area, and rescue team. Next, at the water level data section, user can find out the rise and fall of a river water. Then in the info section, the user can find out the river water level at normal or danger level. In the hotspot section, user can find out the area affected by the flood, while for the safe area, user are told the temporary evacuation place. They will be told the name of the place, the distance of the place, and also the capacity of residents. Okay, next, last, in the rescue team section, there is a phone number of the rescue team. User can call them in case of an emergency. Okay, next. Okay, the user will also get the information issued by the JPS itself, and the user can log out in the settings section. Okay, next.
Next is design thinking process 5, which is test. So for to run the application, we will run with the resident of Alfonso. So first we will show our application to resident of Alfonso, and then they will try and then they will install and try the application, and we can create experiences from them and ask user to compare and get the feedback what we have to improve the application and do iteration, and we have to refine prototypes, and we have to learn more about user so we can get the feedback and improve our application. Then last we have to refine POV.
Okay, next the chapter 3 there is methodology part flowchart. Next we go to the first starting we advertise study by interviewing Alfonso resident about flood in the area to get information about flood, and then we here sitting and do to solve problem. Second, we define the problem of flood in an Alfonso, define person and discover the problem to get aim to solve this problem. The third, we ideate the application to solve the problem. We create the application that is flood warning application. Four, we research the design we choose a software that suitable to create application. Then five, we draft design with doing prototype for application. So next we will prepare material, we'll get data from GPS. Then we will development procedure with final time for application. And the last we will testing the application to resident and get the feedback also experience. Then our project is finished. The next person.
Next is Gantt chart. So this is our Gantt chart of project. So first on first week and second week we have a project briefing, and then we have 4 week to research and find a project title from week 1 until week 4, and the submission and approval project title on week 4, and we have 3 weeks to drafting the proposal based on our project title. So we have to complete and submit the proposal on week 7 and week 6 until week 10. So we have 5 weeks to do a project literature review research, and we have to submit, and on week 10 we have submission literature review, and for week 8 and 9 we have to prepare slide presentation 1, and on week 9 we have a presentation draft proposal with panel, and week 10 and on week 10 we have to do an improvement of draft proposal from comment panel and methodology research, and on the methodology research on week 10 until week 11, so we have 2 weeks to do a research of methodology, and week 12 and week 13 we have 2 weeks to complete the methodology and prepare slide presentation of different proposal, and week 14 we have a present different proposal with panel and finalize the final proposal and do a improvement and comment from the panel, and on week 15 we have submission the proposal and document. Next.
This is expected result. We believe with the help of this app and sensor will have a good impact of the community and the government, especially with the community living near the river. With using this application, the government can act faster and the community can be more prepared to face bad situation. Generally, this app can also be used to the whole community who want to know the flood situation and the place affected by the flood. These apps are not only used by the government but also the public. The benefit of this invention can help the government and the community to be more vigilant. The invention made by our group are more effective in detecting flood than other tools such as water benchmark. Our technology invention is capable of detecting water level and warning if the water level reach dangerous level. Compared to the water level mark can only measure the water level without warning. Therefore, we have made some improvement to give early warning in order to benefit the local community. And last, we hope that this invention can help the community with their life. We also hope that the project carried out by our group are done successfully and work well until the end. That's all from us.
Okay. Terima kasih. Nak minta tengok pada objektif. Yep. Ya. To design, okay, kita buat ini tadi. Okay. To design flood warning application. Yang tu betul. Okay, to develop flood warning application jugalah. Bukannya alternatif ya. Kata alternatif tu tak
Okay.
betul. Awak design dulu. Lepas tu, so design ni banyak awak pakai apps lah. So bila apps ni pakai programming language. Okay, dan juga APK apps yang ada dalam banyak dalam YouTube lah. Lepas tu yang ketiga, to test okay, application ni sama ada rating dia 1, 2, 3, 4 ataupun 5. Daripada rating tu baru kita dapat kita punya value apps yang kita buat yang flood warning apps ni. Kemudian yang keempat tu kos masa lah. Okay, kos masa ataupun kos untuk awak daftar khusus untuk belajar buat apps. Itu termasuk juga. So untuk objektif ni tambah lagi satu objektif ya. Itu 3 tak cukup. Jadi dia kena ada 4. Itu kos. Okay. Alright. Faham ni semua ya?
Faham.
Okay.
Faham.
Next scope. Scope projek ya. Okay, scope study ni awak terkeluar jauh lah daripada yang saya masukkan masa korang present dulu. Kalau boleh fokus dulu kepada apps tu, kemudian dapatkan data. Okay, so data ni biasanya bukan awak yang buat lah. Okay, data ni ambil direct daripada GPS, daripada dia punya apa ni dia punya apa kita panggil data center lah. Okay,
Web.
okay. Kemudian slide yang last, expected result. Okay, nombor satu tu awak tak boleh buat lah perkataan we believe. Bila dah present yang kedua ni, sepatutnya expected result awak jangkakan. Result ni bila awak buat apps, apa yang awak akan dapat. Sebenarnya apps tu awak tak buat lagi tau. Apps tu awak akan buat pada semester 5. Ataupun mungkin dalam cuti ni ada yang dah start masuk kelas untuk buat apps tu, terpulang lah. Baguslah. Tapi perkataan yang kedua tu ya, the invention made by our group are more effective. Effective ni okay, tak ada masalah. Tapi bila more effective ni maksudnya awak bandingkan apps awak ni dengan peralatan yang lain ataupun apps yang lain. So tak boleh cakap lah macam ni. Okay, more effective ni tak boleh cakap, tak boleh tulis dalam expected result. Kena faham lah. Okay, dan our technological invention is capable tu maksud dia pada probe yang ada kat sungai tu, bukan apps. Okay, detecting water level tu tak betul. Kalau warning and warning if the water level reach, tu betul. Tapi our is capable of detecting water level tu tak betul lah. Sebabnya awak buat apps, bukan buat sensor untuk kesan air naik ke air turun. Faham tau? Masing-masing buka kamera. Masing-masing buka kamera. Okay, buka kamera masing-masing. Okay. Compared to the water level marker can only measure without warning, awak kena pakai yang sensor dan juga probe. So perbandingan tu awak kena masukkan juga. Sebabnya bila minggu depan awak nak submit untuk laporan proposal ataupun draft proposal bagi projek ni, dalam draft tu ada bab 1, bab 2 dan bab 3. So dalam bab 2 tu penceritaan dalam presentation tadi tu tidak menceritakan software untuk buat apps yang sesuai. Okay, software untuk buat apps. Bukannya buat apps tu daripada pakai apa, tak. Daripada pakai komputer ke, pakai handphone ke, itu betul lah. Tapi software yang sepatutnya awak nyatakan tu, awak tak nyatakan dalam expected result ni. So dalam bab 2 ni saya tengok untuk kajian ilmiah dia tidak mencukupi lah. Okay, awak present ni bagus, dah bagus lah. Saya dah faham dah apa yang awak nak buat. Okay, tapi awak tak cerita dengan lebih mendalam, tak cerita dengan lebih ilmiah lah, tak menceritakan dengan lebih detail. Jadi awak banyak miss, awak banyak terlepas poin-poin yang sepatutnya masuk dalam presentation tadi. Okay, mungkin awak dah buat tapi awak tak masuk dalam PowerPoint ni, maksudnya awak rugilah. Rugi tidak menyatakan awak dah buat pembacaan daripada internet, daripada YouTube dan Facebook pun kadang-kadang dah ada benda-benda macam ni. Okay, tapi awak tak nyatakan dalam presentation. So kerugian lah kat situ. Okay, therefore we have made some improvement. So improvement ni rasanya benda ada, awak baiki. Tapi comparison ni tak ada. So bila nak buat comparison ni, awak kena ambil lagi satu apps dekat luar sana untuk awak bandingkan dengan awak punya apps. Okay, itu yang kedua lah. Yang ketiga, we hope that this invention can help. Okay, betul. Cuma kurang sesuai lah ayat ni. Kalau cakap, we hope that these apps boleh memberikan amaran awal untuk komuniti supaya lebih berhati-hati dan juga lebih berwaspada dengan keadaan semasa kalau berlaku banjir. So perkataan yang awak gunakan dalam expected result ni kurang tepat lah. Okay, bukan tak betul, tapi dia kurang tepat. Okay, itu komen daripada saya lah. Yang banyak kurangnya ialah daripada bab 2, ilmiah, kajian ilmiah ataupun literature review yang tidak dimasukkan ke dalam presentation. Okay, itu saja daripada saya. Ada apa-apa nak tanya? Muhammad Safwan?
Ada Tuan.
Izzat Kimi?
Tak ada puan. Tuan.
Encik Wan je.
Cik Wan.
Nur Ilhamina?
Tak ada Encik Wan. Tak ada.
Okay, tapi awak faham benda yang saya sebut tadi ya?
Faham.
So kurangnya literature review ataupun bab 2 yang ada dalam PowerPoint ni. So awak carilah daripada mana-mana sumber, buat pembacaan, buat perbandingan apps apa yang bagus. Lepas tu apps apa yang dah ada di luar sana. Kemudian cuba bandingkan dengan apa apps yang awak nak buat nanti, dan juga software untuk buat apps tu. Okay, software untuk buat apps tu saya pun tak pastilah. Okay, awak kena cari pembacaan dalam internet. Okay, Nur Atirah ada soalan?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay, kalau tak ada, saya ucapkan terima kasih. Ingat pesanan saya tu, komen-komen saya tu, supaya awak dapat improve lagi untuk semester 5 akan datang, InsyaAllah.
Baik Tuan.
Okay, terima kasih.
Terima kasih Tuan.
Okay, terima kasih.
Terima kasih
Terima
tuan.
kasih.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama. Boleh bersuara lah.